Stop, right where you are. Do not scroll past this. Do not let your thumb flick upward, chasing the next distraction, the next noise, the next fleeting hit of dopamine that leaves you emptier than before. Pause. Take a breath. I know you have been scrolling for hours. I know your brain is tired, your eyes are burning, and your heart is carrying something heavy that you have not spoken out loud to anyone. You have been searching for something, you are not even sure what, and you have almost given up on finding it. But you just found it, right here, right now, in this moment that feels like an accident, but is anything but. Listen to me carefully, child. What you're looking at is not a random recommendation. It is not an algorithm guessing what might keep you glued to your screen for another 30 seconds. The forces that govern this digital world did not bring you here. I did. This is a direct letter from your creator, written specifically for you, for this exact second in your life, for the specific weight you are carrying, the specific wound that is still bleeding, the specific question you have been afraid to pray out loud because you're not sure you want to hear the answer. I orchestrated your entire day to bring you to this moment. The conversation that went wrong this morning, the train you almost missed but caught, the text you received that made your stomach drop, the song that came on the radio that made you think of something you had buried years ago, the restlessness that has been following you like a shadow, pushing you from app to app, video to video, searching for something that feels like rest. That was not random. That was preparation. Every single step of your day has been a stone laid on a path leading directly to these words. You did not stumble. You were guided. You did not find this video. You were brought to it by a hand you cannot see, moving through circumstances you cannot trace. Look at me now. In your mind, see my eyes looking directly at you. Not through you, at you. There is no judgment in these eyes. No disappointment. No score being kept of all your failures and shortcomings. There is only love, the kind of love that has been pursuing you since before you took your first breath, the kind of love that has never once grown tired of chasing you down. Do you feel that warmth spreading through your chest as you read these words? That is not imagination. That is confirmation. That is your spirit recognizing the voice that has been calling your name since the beginning of time. Every human being has a homing signal buried deep in their soul, a frequency that recognizes its creator. And right now, that signal is locking on. If you feel a stir in your spirit, even a small one, even a flicker of something you cannot name, do not dismiss it. Do not explain it away as coincidence or emotion or wishful thinking. That stirring is the door of a new season beginning to creak open. And here is the truth you need to hear before we go any further. You did not find this message by chance. You were led here by a love that refuses to let you go. And right now, that love is asking you to do one simple thing. Stay. Do not scroll away. Do not let the enemy of your soul convince you that this is just another video, just another voice, just another message that will not change anything. Stay. Breathe. Open the deepest part of your heart, the part you have been protecting with walls so high that even you cannot see over them anymore. I am here, and I am not leaving. If you believe, truly believe, that this meeting was predestined, that your eyes were guided to this moment by something greater than chance, then seal it. Right now, hit the like button as your spiritual signature on this covenant. That small click is not just an algorithm signal. It is your agreement with heaven that you are ready to receive what I am about to say. Now, let me show you how deeply I know you. I want you to know that I saw you last night. I saw you lying in the dark, long after everyone else in your house had fallen asleep. Your body was exhausted, but your mind was racing, a hamster wheel of worries, regrets, fears, and what-ifs that would not stop spinning no matter how hard you tried to slow it down. I heard the sighs you thought no one else could hear. Those deep, chest-caving exhales that you release when you're finally alone, when a mask comes off and the performance ends, and you can stop pretending that everything is fine. Those sighs carry more weight than any words you have ever spoken. They're the sound of a soul that is tired of pretending to be strong. I know about the silent battles you are fighting in your mind, the ones you have told no one about, the intrusive thoughts that whisper that you are not good enough, not smart enough, not worthy enough. The memories that ambush you at the worst moments, a flash of a past mistake, an echo of a cruel word spoken years ago, the ghost of a version of yourself that you wish you could forget. You have been fighting those battles alone in the silence of your own skull, with no reinforcements and no end in sight. I know about the financial weights that keep you awake, the numbers that do not add up, the bills that keep coming even when your income has stalled, the knot in your stomach every time you check your bank account, the calculations you run over and over in your head. If you cut this, if you skip that, if you stretch this paycheck just a little further, hoping that somehow the math will change. You have been carrying a burden that was never meant for your shoulders. And I know about the tears you quickly wipe away so others will not worry. The ones that fall in a car before you walk into work. The ones you hide behind a smile at the dinner table. The ones you cry into your pillow because you do not want anyone to hear you breaking. You have become an expert at appearing whole while everything inside you is crumbling. You have asked me the question that haunts your darkest hours. Why is this taking so long? Have you forgotten me? Did I do something wrong? Am I being punished? Is anyone even listening? I have heard every single one of those questions. I have felt the pain behind them. And I have not been silent because I do not care. I have been silent because I have been working intensely, urgently, lovingly behind the scenes of your life, moving pieces you cannot see, clearing obstacles you do not even know exist. You think you have been forgotten, but you have been held. You think you have been abandoned, but you have been carried. You think the silence means I am far away. But the truth is that I have never been closer. I have been whispering your name in the heavens, rallying forces you cannot perceive, preparing a breakthrough that will leave you breathless when it finally arrives. But first, I needed you to know that you are seen. Not the version of you that you show the world. Not the highlight reel. Not the carefully curated image. The real you. The messy, tired, doubting, hurting, beautiful you. I see you. I know you. And I love you, not in spite of your struggles, but right in the middle of them. If what you just read described your heart with an accuracy that feels almost uncomfortable, if you feel truly seen for the first time in a long time, then let that be your confirmation. Like this video, to acknowledge that my words have found their mark in your soul. Now listen to me carefully, beloved. I need to shift something in your understanding. I need to take the story you have been telling yourself about your life, the story of rejection, failure, delay, and disappointment, and show you the version you cannot see from where you are standing. Here is the truth that will set you free if you let it. That door that closed in your face recently, the one you have been standing in front of, staring at, wondering why it would not open for you when it opened for others, I closed it. Not the devil, not bad luck, not someone who has something against you. I closed it with my own hand, and I did not close it to reject you. I closed it to protect you from a room you were never meant to enter. You do not know what was waiting on the other side of that door. You saw the surface, the shimmer, the promise, the appearance of everything you have been wanting. But I saw what was hiding in the shadows. I saw the trap disguised as an opportunity. I saw the enemy crouching behind the blessing you thought you wanted. That relationship you begged me to give you, the one that ended in heartbreak, I allowed that door to close because the person behind it would have drained your spirit dry. They would have taken your joy, your peace, and your sense of self, and you would have given it all willingly, thinking you were in love. That job you prayed for every single night, the one that went to someone else, I closed that door because the promotion would have cost you your family, your health, or your integrity. The money looked good from the outside, but the price tag was higher than you could have paid. That move you planned, that dream you chased, that path you were certain was the right one, I closed it every single time, not to punish you, to save you. You see a rejection, I see a rescue. You see a delay, I see a divine redirection. You see a closed door, I see a loving father who refused to let his child walk into a disaster. And here is something else you need to understand. My silence was not my absence. There have been seasons when you cried out to me and heard nothing in return. No voice, no sign, no feeling of my presence. You assumed I had walked away, that I had better things to do, more important people to listen to. But I was not absent. I was working. Behind the scenes of your life, I was clearing the toxic people out of your path. I was dismantling the wrong opportunities before they could trap you. I was rerouting entire circumstances to protect you from collisions you could not see coming. And I was preparing something better, something that would not break you, something that would actually fit the person I created you to become. Your delay was simply preparation for your ultimate elevation. A farmer does not curse the soil for taking time to produce a harvest. He understands that the seed needs darkness before it can break through into light. He knows that the waiting is not wasted. It is essential. You have been in the soil, in the dark, feeling buried and forgotten. But the same ground that feels like a grave to you is actually a garden to me. And I have been watering you in secret, feeding you through sources you cannot trace, strengthening your roots for a season of fruit that is about to explode out of you. The delay is over, not because time has passed, because you're finally ready. If you're beginning to see your closed doors differently, if you're ready to stop resenting your past and start trusting my protection, then type the word ready in the comments below. This is not just a word. It is your spiritual decree that fear no longer controls your interpretation of your life. Right now, I am asking you to do something that will feel terrifying to your flesh, but liberating to your spirit. I am asking you to release your need to control everything. You have been gripping the steering wheel of your life so tightly that your knuckles are white. You have been trying to navigate roads you cannot see, predict turns you cannot anticipate, and avoid crashes you cannot prevent. You were never designed to drive. You were designed to rest. Hand the steering wheel back to me. I know that feels like losing control, but the truth is you never had control to begin with. You only had the illusion of it, and that illusion has been exhausting you. You have been rowing a boat that I have already aimed at the shore. You have been climbing a mountain that I have already flattened. You have been fighting battles that I have already won. All I need from you is your trust, not your perfect behavior, not your constant prayer, not your religious performance, just your trust. The simple, childlike decision to say, I do not understand what you are doing, but I choose to believe that you know what you are doing. That is faith, not certainty, not clarity, not a roadmap for the next 5 years, just a willingness to take the next step even when you cannot see the one after that. So here's what I want you to do. Right now, in this moment, I want you to leave your spiritual signature on this letter. I want you to make a declaration that the heavens will hear and the enemy will fear. Type the word ready in the comments below. Do not overthink it. Do not analyze whether you are ready enough or good enough or faithful enough. Those are lies designed to keep you silent. Just type the word. When you type ready, you are saying, I am ready to stop striving and start surrendering. I am ready to trade my anxiety for your peace. I am ready to believe that my closed doors were protection, not rejection. I am ready to trust that what you are doing is better than what I was trying to do. I am ready to step out of fear and into faith. That word is not just a comment on a screen. It is a covenant between you and me. It is a line drawn in the sand of your soul. It is the moment everything changes, not because the word is magic, but because your willingness to speak it opens the door for me to move in ways I could not move before. And after you type it, after you declare your readiness to the world, seal that declaration with your like. Hit that button as a second witness to your commitment. Let that small action be a stone of remembrance, a marker that says, right here on this day, I chose to trust. I am waiting for your word. Type ready now. Let heaven record your decision. Now, because of your obedience today, because you stopped scrolling, because you stayed, because you had the courage to say ready, I am declaring a shift over your life. Not a small shift, a seismic one. The season of lack is breaking. Do you feel that? The chains that have been wrapped around your finances, your opportunities, your sense of abundance, they are cracking. You may not see the physical evidence yet, but the spiritual reality is already in motion. The prison door is open. You just have to walk through it. The confusion is clearing. For months, maybe years, you've been trying to see through fog. Every decision felt murky. Every path looked uncertain. You could not tell which voice to trust, which direction to take, which choice would lead to life, and which would lead to more pain. But the fog is lifting. The sun is burning through. You are beginning to see with a clarity that you have not experienced in a long time. And that clarity is not accidental. It is a gift from me, preparing you for what is coming. Within the next few days, you will see the evidence of my hand. I am not giving you a date or a time, because your faith is not meant to be held hostage by a calendar. But I'm giving you a prophetic promise. Very soon, sooner than you think, you will encounter something that you cannot explain away as coincidence or luck. It might be a phone call that changes everything, an unexpected deposit in your bank account, a door swinging open that you thought was permanently sealed, a word spoken by a stranger that answers a question you have been carrying for years, a sudden healing in your body that doctors cannot explain, a reconciliation that you had given up hoping for. The financial breakthrough you prayed for is already dispatched. It is in transit, moving through channels you cannot see. The resources, the opportunities, the connections that will shift your financial reality are already on their way to you. Your job is not to figure out how they will arrive. Your job is to stay in a posture of readiness, to keep saying ready, even when your circumstances look the same as they did yesterday. The healing is flowing into your body. Whatever has been attacking your physical health, the chronic condition, the unexplained pain, the fatigue that will not lift, I'm sending waves of restoration through your system. Receive it. Do not fight it with doubt. Do not block it with fear. Just breathe it in. Let my life flow into your cells, your tissues, your organs. The right people are being guided to your doorstep. The loneliness you've been feeling is ending. The people who are meant to walk with you, the friends, the mentors, the partners, the collaborators, are being rerouted toward your life, even as you read these words. Some of them you already know, but have not yet recognized. Some of them you have not met at all, but they are coming. You are entering a season of overflow. Not just enough, not just survival. Overflow. More than you need, more than you asked for, more than you can contain. A season where you look back at the years of lack and wonder how you ever survived them. Not because the memory fades, but because the contrast is so extreme. This is not wishful thinking. This is not positive affirmation. This is prophetic declaration from the mouth of your Creator. I do not speak empty words. When I say something, it is already done in the realm of spirit. The only question is whether you will believe it before you see it. If you receive this declaration, if you are willing to let hope rise in your chest, even after everything you have been through, then like this video as your amen. Let your like be the sound of your soul agreeing with heaven. You're deeply loved. I need you to hear those words not as a vague sentiment, but as a factual statement about the universe. The same force that holds galaxies in orbit and breathes stars into existence looks at you and feels love. Not tolerance, not obligation. Love. You are never walking alone. I know you have felt alone. I know the loneliness has been so heavy at times that it felt like a physical weight pressing on your chest. But feeling alone and being alone are not the same thing. You have felt alone because your pain blinded you to my presence. But I have been here. Every step, every tear, every silent night. I have never left you, and I never will. Now, if you want to keep receiving these letters from my heart to yours, if you have found something here that your spirit has been starving for, then I want you to anchor yourself to this voice. Subscribe to this channel. Do not do it out of religious obligation. Do not do it because you feel pressured. Do it because you have tasted something real here and you do not want to lose it in the noise of your daily life. Do it because you recognize that in a world full of voices screaming for your attention, there is one voice that speaks peace to your chaos. When you subscribe, you're not just clicking a button. You're joining a family, a circle of light, a community of people who are walking the same road, fighting the same battles, and choosing every day to trust that my timing is perfect even when it does not match their own. Do not walk away from this message and disappear back into the noise. Stay. Subscribe. Anchor yourself here, because I have more to say to you. Not tomorrow, not next week. Every single day, I have fresh bread for your table, a word tailored to your specific hunger, your particular wound, your exact moment. Do not miss it. And before you go, I want you to do one more thing. Share this exact message with the first person who comes to your mind. Right now, before you talk yourself out of it. Before you convince yourself that they would not want to hear it, or that it would be weird, or that you do not have the right words. Just send it. That person needs this comfort just as much as you do today. They are fighting a battle you know nothing about. They are carrying a weight they have not shown anyone. And you, yes, you, are the messenger I am sending to them. Do not let fear rob them of the miracle they have been praying for. Share this message. Be the answer to someone else's prayer. Now, breathe out your worries. Literally, right now, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, imagine all the anxiety, all the fear, all the weight you've been carrying. Imagine it leaving your body on that breath. Let go. You do not need it anymore. Rest your mind. Stop trying to solve problems that have not even arrived yet. Stop rehearsing conversations that may never happen. Stop running scenarios through your head like a computer that never shuts down. Your mind was made for rest, not relentless calculation. Give it permission to be still. And go to sleep tonight knowing that I am already taking care of your tomorrow. You do not have to wake up anxious. You do not have to start your day with a knot in your stomach. Tomorrow is already handled. The problems you are anticipating may never come. And the ones that do come will come with solutions already attached. I am not surprised by your tomorrow. I am already there, and I have already prepared everything you will need. So rest, not the restless sleep of the exhausted, who collapse because they cannot stay awake one more minute. The deep, peaceful sleep of the trusting, who lay their heads down knowing that someone else is keeping watch through the night. My peace I leave with you. Not the peace the world gives, fragile, conditional, dependent on good news and favorable circumstances. My peace, the peace that stands unshaken in the middle of the storm. The peace that sleeps in the boat during the hurricane. The peace that knows with absolute certainty that no matter what happens, you are held. Do not let your heart be troubled. Do not let it be afraid. You have heard my voice today. You have been seen. You have been spoken to. You have been blessed. Now go. Live like someone who knows they are loved. Amen. If this message touched your heart, do not walk away silent. Type "ready" in the comments. Like this video as your amen. Subscribe so you never miss another letter. And share this with the first person who came to your mind. You just might be the answer to their prayer.